God asks you today, who was it that informed you that you were naked? In order to deprive you of your self-assurance and make you see yourself through his eyes, the enemy will tell you a falsehood. There is no way that death, hell, or the grave can have any influence on you, believe me. I assert to you, says the Father, that you were created in a way that is both scary and lovely. I had known you even before you were delivered from your mother's womb. I made the decision to choose you and appointed you so that you would be holy and blameless before me in love before your unformed material was created in the belly of your mother. You are exactly like this. To put it another way, this is the standard that the angels are operating from in your favor. Your existence is not expendable. You are not being turned away. In the cherished, you are accepted as you are. There is a place and a position reserved for you in my kingdom. Therefore, get up out of your fear and terror. Be aware that I am working with you both to do what I will and to do what I find to be of my joy. Against you, there is no weapon that can be fashioned that will be successful. When it comes to sin and failure, do you have concerns? Be conscious of the fact that I have addressed every facet of your existence, including your history and your character, in the blood that was shed at Calvary. You will discover the favor that I have prepared for your life somewhere among the blood that was poured upon the tree. I have it in store for you. It is your free will. Come in a state of yielding. Release yourself to my sovereignty, and know that it is the only safe place where fear is leaving and strength is coming, and where your confidence is not in vain, says the Father. The Father has revealed to me today that I hold the finality in my hands. It is the enemy's goal to make you believe that you are doomed and that the end is drawing near. There is nothing that is that conclusive. In other words, I am both the beginning and the end. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Be sure to put your faith in me and focus on the result that I am bringing about. Like conditions should not be taken into consideration. A decision to exercise caution for no reason. Be conscious of the fact that my hand is at work, and make an effort to recognize and collaborate with what I am doing. Put an end to your attempts to control the situation. There is no way that you are going to be able to bring about triumph through force. It is not necessary to grovel, coerce, or otherwise make an effort to persuade individuals who are not willing to be persuaded. You must put your faith in me. Hear the sound of my voice. Ensure that you continue to obey. Look and live, the Father instructs us. Take a look at the things that I have done for you in the past and the things that I am doing for you right now. Choose not to engage in self-criticism and criticism of yourself. A heart that is filled with terror can find solace in hindsight. Take a step forward and stand tall. Focus your attention on the future with faith, and the clouds of uncertainty and doubt will be dispelled by the fire of your faith. As you can see, I have provided you with the win. Make a conscious decision to move forward with humility and confidence rather than with arrogance and bravado. Take a look at the person I have created you to be and the things I am accomplishing, and not the adversary. There is no requirement for you to be aware of their next action. Simply look and live is all that is required of you. Take a look at the things that are unadulterated, flawless, and of commendable report. Wherever your focus takes you, you are that place. Your focus should be directed toward the throne, and you should remember that you are seated with me in the heavenly realms. My salvation will be shown to you, and you will survive and thrive. In today's message, the Father asserts that trust is the highest kind of realism. During the time when you were sharing your vision and your dreams, they advised you to stick to reality. They looked down on it. They were dissatisfied. They laughed at this. I would like to tell you that when you imagine the bigger dream, you are not acting out of your imagination. There is an anointing that breaks every yoke and crushes every impediment, and when your heart cries out, Father, anoint me with the oil of gladness above my fellows. You are not intentionally misleading yourself. You are a blank canvas that is waiting to be painted with the intentionality of my promises through your life. The brilliant colors and radiant hues of a promise that is above everything you could ever ask for or think about should be chosen by your faith. Having the knowledge that all things are possible is not merely a concept but rather a live reality that is transforming your life now at this very moment is the ultimate kind of realism, according to the Father. And therefore, prepare yourselves, says the Father. Put on your shoes and get ready to hear the excellent news about the harvest that will take place tomorrow. It is inevitable that you will harvest what you did not plant. You are going to reside in homes that you did not construct. Vineyards that you did not grow will provide you with your drink. You will be blessed by my favor, and my love will make you more abundant. I have appointed you to be a certain person, and the very ground you walk on shouts out for that person to be brought into existence. Walk in that ordination, may we say. Conduct yourself in the ordination of sons. I do not refer to you as merely servants, rather, I refer to you as sons, and I am passing on to you at this moment the entitlement to sonship that frees you from every yoke, answers every request, and makes everything you do as effective as if I had said it and done it. All of your ways are peaceful today, according to what the Father has said to you today. When you go, you will be escorted out with serenity, and you will leave with delight. Spend some time in my presence. This day, I invite you to take a seat and draw from the well of my peace, just as Jesus did when he sat down on the well in Samaria. It is imperative that you do not let the pressing and persistent needs of life prevent you from participating in this moment of intimate revitalization that I am offering to you right now. You are making time for me when you make time for this quiet hour, for I linger and I speak in the quiet that is set by my still little voice. Please make time for this hour. Please take a moment to relax and locate the calm. I am working in visitation in your life today, therefore wrap your face in the mantle of my presence and command your ears to hear and your eyes to see. I am doing this because I am the prophet. On this day, I am cleansing and healing the wounds that have been caused by shattered relationships. There is a cleansing of infections that have been brought about by harsh words and chilly statements. As I rebuild your innocence and simplicity, I am rekindling your purity. I am the one who guarantees your safety and safeguards you. Your heart is beginning to soften, and you are discovering it once more on the inside of you. Because I am the kind of friend that stays by your side more closely than a brother, the voids left by disappointment are being filled with the goodness that I provide. I am yours, and you are mine, darling, and I have preparations in store for you that will delight you with a pleasant surprise and revitalize you. I am calling you to a new cooperation with me as I become the manifestation of the fresh scent of hope for a new unexpected future. You are going to experience some abrupt surprises and unexpected occurrences in the future. According to what the Father has revealed to me today, I am the Good Shepherd in your life. I am your shepherd, and I am bringing together all of your scattered pieces. In order to go out to those broken connections that have been lingering in grief and hurt from the past, let the answer of peace be in your mouth and reach out to those relationships. Anticipate health and restoration to occur. Place the call on the phone. Be patient and wait for a positive response. Because I am making even those who have set themselves against you to be at peace with you in this hour, the Father indicates that things are not going to be the same as they were in the past. I will repair shattered fellowship and cause the fracture of the past to be mended and healed. Please accept my compassion on your life and know that I will do so. I am bringing regeneration and cleaning into your life by flowing through your life like my river. The adversary is responsible for the salinization of your land and the filling of the wells that I have put in your destiny. It is about to be different then. You are going to be a land that is lush with water, which will produce fruit and be blessed. The roots of bitterness that the adversary has sought to plant in your life will be eradicated, and the vintage of my delight will once again be produced by the fertile vines that are growing in your life. The Father states that this is your part, and this is the peace that I leave with you at this hour to serve as a source of renewal, blessing, and profit for you in every way that can be imagined. Today, the Father emphasizes the importance of patience in bringing forth the fruit that faith has planted at the appropriate time. The Father encourages us to have patience and to give ourselves some time. Please allow the new year to pass while I strive to bring about a change in your circumstances and scenario. I am working to bring about a turnaround. According to the Father, it is time for you to make a 180-degree pivot. The prognosis is not gloomy, and there is a significant shift on the horizon. If you would, please thank me. You should not be ashamed whenever you seek to me for the just-in-time solutions that you are pleading for, so go ahead and be expecting, since there is nothing that would make you feel shameful. According to the Father, the problems that you are currently dealing with have a more positive outlook than it may appear at first glance. It is important that you have faith in the path that I am directing you toward. It is guaranteed that the timing will be precise and flawless. In the end, you will see that there was no reason to be concerned. I am making my presence known in your life so that I can make up for the shortcomings of others and make up for the difference that they have caused you. To saturate the dry spaces in your life, my sympathy is pouring down upon you like rain. I am replenishing those regions that have been neglected with the goodness and promise that I have. At this moment, the Father declares that a new day has begun, and there is no cause to look back for any reason. We are not living in a time of want and deprivation, according to what the Father has revealed to us today. I want you to approach this season that you are currently in with a mindset that places an emphasis on provision and entitlement. It is true that things may appear to be difficult, but you should be aware that my kingdom is not a broken check. Despite the fact that I am putting the resources of glory at your disposal right now, you will never be able to overdraw them. Take a look and live. It is important to avoid dwelling on the bad or on things that are unavailable. I will help you out in this situation. The answer that I will give you will be in your hands, and you will recognize it as my manifest fidelity. Have a good laugh, the Father advises. Laugh for the sake of your faith. Laugh with the laughter of someone who sits in the heavens and sees through the smoke and mirrors that the adversary has created for himself. Be a source of blessing for those who are less deserving than you are, and go out into the world. You should go out and bestow your love and supply on other people, and you should know that I will transform your imprisonment into a blessing if you pray for your friends. Remember that I am Job. I promise that I will make it happen for you what you make happen for other people. Make an investment in the lives of other people by taking what you can. My deliverance is knocking on your door to fulfill every need in your life, so sit quietly and enjoy in the knowledge that it is on its way to make your life whole. On this day, the Father tells you that you are able to find power within yourself because I am present within you. It is impossible to put a price on the strength that resides within you. Resilience is something that you possess, but you do not always give it the credit it deserves. You will have to speak because the fire is already present in your bones. The gifting, the anointing, and the word of wisdom that you possess are all yours. You have a powerful flow of the word of knowledge within you. Now is the time when the gifting of the visionary seer will start to flow more freely within you. My wisdom will bless others in a timely manner and make room for you by the gifting I have deposited in your life for this hour. Do not allow yourself to be held back or stifled. Instead, open your voice and let my wisdom to bless others. According to what the Father has revealed to me today, I am bringing into birth in your life. In the future, your quiver of blessings and benefits will be. During times of need, you will reach back, and you will discover that you are never without my goodness within reach, ready to confront any obstacle that comes your way. This is the way that I feel about you. It is the heart of a father that I have toward you, and I will not let go of my hold on your life. Despite the fact that you are on the verge of losing everything and wondering whether you will make it through, you should know that you will not only make it through, but you will also thrive and leave all of this hardship behind you. It is my hope that the word of my peace and the certainty of my comfort will find their way into your heart, my dear. Therefore, there is no need to be concerned about whether or not other people will fulfill their commitments, because I am fulfilling my own commitment, and as a result, you will not be let down. You are the recipient of my covenant hand, just as Isaac was the one who placed his hand on Jacob. The advantage belongs to you. This is your portion in Christ, which is the birthright. The right of the firstborn of Calvary is making its way to you, so opening up an entirely new path of opportunity and benefit, and the Father is eager to proclaim that this right is on its way to you. This day, the Father has revealed to you that promotion is your lot in life. I am speaking to you about the expansion of your life. As the surge of my Spirit delivers new favor and new appointments, I am bringing promotion over you. I am bringing promotion over you. It is important that you are prepared for an unexpected appointment that comes with new responsibilities. Although you may feel intimidated at first, you should know that I am moving in the center of everything. Due to the fact that I am the one who opens the doors, the Father states that you are very capable. There is no need to be concerned about the unknown aspect of it, because your success is not dependent on what you know or any one piece of knowledge, regardless of how important it may be. Your future and your prosperity are dependent on the fact that you have lived your life in close proximity to me. You will experience promotion practically quickly, despite the fact that you will not believe it is coming soon enough. I am speaking promotion over you. At this point, you will start to take on more responsibilities and progress up the leadership ladder. Stay steadfast in your convictions. Perform not waver in your response by saying, "I'm not sure," or "I don't know if I can." Instead, emphasize that you are well able to perform what needs to be done. Simply express gratitude to those who have helped you by demonstrating the wisdom of seeing my hand at work in your life. Because of the blessing of my goodness that follows you wherever you go, those around you will know when they favor your righteous, because things go well with them. This is not because of luck or any other such thing, rather, it is because of the blessing of my goodness that follows where you go. In today's message, the Father reveals that obstructions are being eliminated. On this day, you will be able to move without any obstacles in my promise and in my process. When time and chance come into play, do not allow yourself to become disheartened in your efforts to get things done. There is no need for you to wait for some enchanted experience. As the God who is both time and eternity, I declare to you that the time that you have been waiting for is now. Today is your now time, tomorrow will be your now time, and for the next 100 years, you will still be walking in the now that I have ordained for you to walk in. Today is your now time. Tomorrow will be your now time. For the time being, the only thing I have to offer you is rejoice in my now, says the Father. The past is finished, and the future is nothing more than a phantasm of the imagination of a fallen man. The pigments of my promise are painting your life in the vibrant colors of my joy and my rejoicing. Bask in my now and know that it is the palette upon which they are painting. It is possible to triumph over suffering and difficulties. Then place them beneath your feet. Get out of the room and leave. I will make your steps slightly larger, and I will demonstrate the escape option to you. I have become your way, truth, and life, and I am in the process of barring the path of life that tends to destruction. You will soon be appearing. Now is the time for the release. This is the time for regeneration. Have you some faith in this? In the event that you are able to believe, then anything is feasible. Enter the realm of possibilities. Raise your head in faith. It is no longer acceptable to justify away my promise. There will be no more failure or incarceration. Because I am the one who is in charge, this is your turn. The time is at my feet, and as a result, the time for your blessing is drawing near. Therefore, rejoice. In today's message, the Father tells you that you are not pitiful. Eliminate the term pathetic from your lexicon without delay. Rather than bringing you to paradise in a wailing and trembling mess, the blood that was shed at Calvary was shed for the purpose of doing much more in your life. You are a conqueror, and an even greater conqueror than that. It is yours to enjoy the spoils that the land has to provide. I have provided you with all that you could possibly want to enjoy. The arrangement that I have made for your life is one that is beneficial and useful. My realm will benefit from your presence, and I want to make use of you. You will be put to use, and I will provide you with opportunities. You are not a waste of time. To yourself, you should never say that, and you should not let other people say it about you. You are the source of my worth, and I am currently trying to figure out what my purpose is. So rid yourself of any and all feelings of self-pity. A self-pitying attitude destroys the anointing. Self-pity is a product of a lack of belief. Self-pity made no difference in any of the circumstances. Forget about self-pity and self-referential thoughts, and take the first step toward becoming a son today. As the cherished son of a father who rules in majesty on high, you are very important to him. Put yourself in that frame of mind. Let the ascension mentality control you today and every day in the following year. This is coming out season and coming up time. Come out of selfishness and disbelief and into the promotion of paradise. This is what I have planned, and this is what I am purposing. Stop looking at the bad news and listen to the good news of what I am saying and what I am doing in your life now. The Father says today that I call you an achiever and not a failure. Achievement is not a dirty word. Achievement is a kingdom word. When I ascended into the bowels of the earth and came back with the keys of the kingdom, that was an achievement. I place no premium upon failure or being turned back. I was not turned back at the gates of hell, and neither will you be turned back from the gates and bars impeding you from my promise. Shake the gates, says the Father. Lay hold of the obstacles and hindrances around you and demand and command them to fall down flat. This is the time to choose. Choose life. Choose the breath of life that I am breathing in you now to bring you up and out of death and into a new vitality. This is highest heart's desire time and a greatest dream fulfilled. Create a more ambitious dream. Get rid of those weak dreams and small hopes. I am a big God, and I am capable of big things. I do big things, and since I am in you and you are in me, I have nowhere else to be big than I in you. Allow me to be big in you, says the Father. Allow my bigness to fill you and flow out of you and change the entire landscape of your life. Have big faith even for the small things. Cross the threshold from impossible to possible. I am a possibility God, and nothing restrains my hand from that which I purpose to do. If I am not restrained, then you are not restrained. Listen to my voice and walk forward in the directives and initiatives of heaven even this day. The Father says today that I am bringing realization and achievement into new focus in your life. I am a God of reality and not pretense. I will not fill your heart with promises that I will not make good on. Faith is not a lie that paints a false image of joy on the marred visage of heartbreak. Faith is substance. It is the substance of what you are hoping for. Allow me to refine those hopes within you and cause them to shine forth with my character and reflect my plan. I want your life to flow in an endless cycle of seed fruit harvest, and now is the time. Be washed. Be renewed. Be cleansed. Let go of all self-doubt and lowest common denominator thinking. You will not just survive this year, you will thrive. You will thrive and you will conquer. Go in this thy might, and all things that you set your hand to will prosper. You do realize that walking in my kingdom is about prospering and being blessed. Stop seeking for the one thing that you are hoping I will get behind in your life, and know that I will bless everything you put your hand to. This is Valley of Decision. Make up your mind today that you are the beloved. When you see yourself as one for whom I gave the only begotten, then you cannot but come into a place of yielding to my plan for you and my love for you. Trust me, says the Father, let me take it from here. The Father says today that you are not inferior. You are not inferior and you are not inadequate. When you look into the mirror of your own soul and see want and lack and inability, that is not the lens that I would have you peer through. Learn to look at yourself through the filter of my promise. There was blood shed in your behalf that you might mount up on eagle's wings and see all the world and your life from the perspective of a victor and not a victim. Say of your soul, I am not a victim, I will not be a victim. Even so, the gates and bars of oppression and vain self-image will crumble and dissipate before your eyes, and you will see for the first time how I see you and who I have called you to be. You are not inferior. You are not ugly. You are not less than. You are more than a conqueror because of who I am on the inside of you. Nations and kings will bow before you. Angels shall be judged before you. The gavel is in your hand to determine and to hand down. You are one in whom rule has been placed, and I call you king and I call you priest. Come into agreement with what I have said and what I am saying. Stop disparaging and putting yourself down. See yourself as that one for whom I gave my only begotten Son. I call you beloved. You are loved. Begin to love yourself again for the first time. Love yourself, for if you do not love yourself, you will never understand my love for you, neither will you be able to properly love others. The Father says today that confidence is a gift that I give to you. It is not a sin to be confident. I created you as a creature of trust and not to be a groveling worm trembling in fear. Confidence and humility in your life do not contradict one another. Confidence and humility can reside in the same heart and can reside in your heart today. Be confident, says the Father. I said in my word by the sweet psalmist of Israel that I would be the confidence of all the earth. How much more so will I be this day your confidence? You are the apple of my eye. You are that one for whom Calvary's blood was shed. Trust this day in who I made you to be. Trust in the gifts, skills, anointing and abilities that I have placed in you, that you could go forth this day and succeed. I am your confidence, declares the Father. I will not allow your foot to be taken in a trap or your path to be obstructed in any manner. When you confront hurdles, mount up in my power and march forward. I do not take no for an answer, thus you will not take no for an answer. Reach out and lay hold upon the soil and the universe around you and squeeze out of life that which I have promised you. When delay arrives or hindrances linger, do not presume it is my handiwork. Resist the devil and he will flee. Identify the adversity and put yourself against it, and the barriers will come down and doors will open. Persevere till triumph comes. Success is your natural state. Failure is an alien environment for which you were not designed, declares your God. The Father says today, start this year on track with your trust in me. Trust what I am doing in your life and trust who I made you to be. I made and fashioned you according to a unique and dazzling design. Before the foundation of the universe, I made you to be holy and without blame before me in love. There was no strategy of failure. There was no expectation of ruin or brokenness or devastation. In your mother's womb I knew you. In your unformed substance I communed with you and brought you forth into the soil at a moment and an hour determined. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident of biology. You are so much more than the sum of your parts and members. So trust not only in me but in who I made you to be. Be washed of all sin. Receive forgiveness. Accept my lordship not merely on general principles but as your daily bread. Receive and taste of salvation as a daily provision put out to get you through every 24-hour period as a receiver of my grace and loving kindness. You are my masterpiece. Trust the work of my hands. Trust who I made you to be. Trust the design with which I have made you, for from that perspective your trust in your own person is confidence in me. This year is not about grief or apocalypse or the end of all things. You are fearfully and wonderfully constructed to walk out a plan that is rich in goodness and blessing. Drink of that cup of promise and know that I will see you through every instant and every second of the days ahead, for I have set my love upon you and my love never fails.